Honda's heartbeat. It is the Civic, driving the brand for over 50 years. It started as a tiny hatchback built for a fuel-starved world and became one of the most iconic cars in automotive history. The Honda Civic didn't just survive decades of change, it led them. From budget commuter to tuner royalty, this is the story of the Civic. 50-plus years of engineering, passion, and performance. The first Civic arrived in 1972. Compact, affordable, and fuel-efficient. It was exactly what the world needed during the oil crisis. Its secret weapon. The CVCC engine. Clean enough to meet US emissions without a catalytic converter. The second gen came in 1980, growing slightly in size and refinement. But it was the third gen in 1983 that really changed the game. Lighter, sharper, and sportier, it introduced the Civic Si and started shifting the Civic's image from economy to enthusiast. The fourth gen Civic, launched in 1988, was the beginning of what many call the Civic's golden era. The hatchback Si became a favorite among enthusiasts for its rev-happy D16 engine and nimble feel. Even bone stock, it was a blast to drive, and for tuners, it was a blank canvas. Then came the fifth gen, the iconic EG Civic. This is where things really blew up. In Japan, the SIR hatchback came with a B16A engine, 160 horsepower, from 1.6 liters, with VTEC kicking in above 5,500 RPM. Lightweight, aerodynamic, and endlessly tunable, this Civic became the tuner car of the 90s. The sixth gen followed in 1996, bringing the EK9 Type R, a true JDM legend. It had the B16B engine, a stripped-down chassis, and a screaming 8,400 RPM redline. In the US, we got the Civic Si Coupe. Still great, just not quite as raw. Either way, the Civic had gone full performance. By the early 2000s, the Civic had grown up. The seventh gen Civic launched in 2001 with a more upright design, more interior space, and a shift toward comfort and economy. The coupe and sedan became softer, but there were still gems, like the Civic Si hatchback, which returned with the K20 engine. It wasn't as raw as before, but the K-Series platform laid the foundation for the next generation of Honda tuning. And in 2003, Honda introduced the first Civic Hybrid, a sign of what was coming. Then came the futuristic 8th gen in 2006. Sharp lines, digital dashes, and a more premium feel. The US Civic Si got a high-revving 2.0L K20Z3 with a 197 HP VTEC punch. In Europe and Japan, the Civic Type R returned, the FN2 hatch for Europe and the FD2 sedan for Japan. The FD2 Type R was the real deal. 8,600 RPM redline, factory LSD, and a chassis that loved the corners. This generation split the Civic, one part commuter, one part corner carver. The 9th gen Civic launched in 2012, and let's be honest, it was a stumble. Critics called it too bland, too soft, and lacking the character Civic fans expected. But Honda listened. By 2013, they made major updates, better materials, tighter steering, and a refreshed Si with a peppier 2.4L VTEC engine. It wasn't a game changer, but it kept the spirit alive for those who still wanted a fun daily driver. Then came the 10th gen in 2016, a total reinvention. Turbo engines, aggressive styling, big tech upgrades, and for the first time ever, the Civic Type R went global. The FK8 Type R was a beast, 306 HP from a 2.0L turbo, Nürburgring-tuned chassis, and one of the most track-ready FWD cars ever. The Civic wasn't just back, it was leading again. In 2022, Honda launched the 11th Gen Civic. Cleaner, more mature, but still unmistakably Civic. The Psy returned, a little tamer, but still a driver's car. And then came the FL5 Type R, the most powerful Civic ever. 315 horsepower, refined aero, and a chassis honed for track days and daily drives. It's not about being wild anymore. It's about being fast, balanced, and precise. From fuel saver to fan favorited, the Civic evolved with the world and helped shape car culture along the way. It's not just a car, it's a legacy. Which Civic generation is your favorite? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.